Well, I wanted to do an analysis on Elliot Page a long time ago, and I had just forgotten. I know that there were very good clips of interviews, but all of a sudden today I stumbled upon this clip on my timeline, and I want you to look at it because I want you not only to look at body language in this case, but how emotions appear in someone's face in a way that well, you have layers, but watch the clip first so we can talk about it. Here it goes.
If I really, really think back, it was probably the older sister in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. You too? Yes. What was her? Amy Zielinski. Amy Zielinski. I'm very certain. This actually is not to be like my book. Ugh, barf. But I do write about it in my book. I mean, who doesn't love Honey, I Shrunk the Kids just as a cinematic masterpiece, of course? Truly, what a spectacle, right? Riding a giant ant, what a spectacle.
Yeah, I think that that's enough for now. We can just go forward a bit. And there's this thing with facial expressions. You know, it's a thing that we have. It's almost magical. Sometimes I always wonder how is it possible that we communicate so much with just our faces, but I know how it works at the same time, but I still find it like sorcery. But it's like you have to imagine like we have this series of layers in our face, right? We have at least 3 or 4 layers in which the outermost one is the one that we want to show people. It's like we have this body language, like me right now, I'm trying to talk to you and explain this video, some features of body language. But maybe in those deeper layers, as we go deeper in those layers, you begin to notice that there are underlying emotions that the person, in this case, Elliot Page, is trying to hide. And sometimes people cannot hide them very well. It happens when you're talking to a friend and you see their face and you note in their tone of voice that there's something just off. And maybe you just feel that something is off, but you just brush it off. Maybe it's nothing. But sometimes you notice that it's like there's this emotion or this layer of emotion, and the person is trying to like send a distress signal with that underlying emotion. This is what I see on Elliot Page's facial expression in every single interview and that I've watched after that transition. It has been a bit painful to watch, because you could imagine that as time goes by, as time passes, there should be some kind of, I don't know, being accustomed or being, adapted to that new reality. But it is not the case. It's like you did not see this kind of facial expressions in the previous phase, so to speak. There's always like this perpetual sadness. Not to mention, you heard the voice. It's quite a bit crackling. It's like not quite there. I mean, I can understand that there are persons that want to change in ways that one cannot imagine, and one cannot imagine as well what led them to this kind of decisions. But what we can absolutely see is that there's this underlying cry for help. And I can understand that some of you are going to say, you're making things up. I wish I was, because I really don't like to point out, this person is suffering, let's just expose them. I'm not exposing, I'm really exposing anybody. Elliot Page did this interview and made it public, and I'm just making a commentary on body language. That's it. There's the other half of the interview. This clip, let me frame it and just play it and check it out.
Please, stumbling upon a monstrous Oreo cookie, like the whole sequence with the sprinklers and really quite a stunning motion picture. Well, she was really pretty, really gorgeous. Just the way she dressed was really cool. There was a casualness, there was a looseness. There's some flannel action, and the character was so caring and thoughtful. Yeah, I guess like clearly moved me and captivated me.
Okay, there's the thing that Page in this case is talking about something that should be fun, should be lighthearted, and even if it's fun and lighthearted, you see that I don't know. There's this pain, especially I saw it at 42 seconds. There was this kind of expression. You see that Page is trying to convey like excitement or like in being engaging about the topic, but you still see the eyebrows slightly upwards, and it's not only slightly upwards, but at 56 seconds, I know these two vertical lines between the eyebrows. You know that those two vertical lines are usually formed when you're frowning. For example, if I'm frowning, those vertical lines are gonna appear, but you see that my eyebrows are going down, like they are going together and they are going down, but it's like Page's eyebrows are perpetually upwards in that sadness expression, and at the same time it is not part of facial expression itself, but it's part of the physiognomy. And I see that you see this like the bags under the eyes. Again, it's like you have this signs of pain, not only in the voice. I'm not even mentioning the voice right now. And there's this other split second facial expression of absolute pain. This happens at 17 seconds and it lasts only, it's like a fraction of a second. And Page is looking straight into the camera, and you see all the signs of sadness and pain. This is not undeniable. You see the eyebrows going up and together. And how are they going together? Because that's why they form these two wrinkles, the two vertical wrinkles we were talking about. Mouth, eyebrows, eyes, everything signals this. And at the same time, Page is looking straight into the camera. It's like a call for help. It's like an actual signal of distress. So this is worrying, and this is the kind of moments that I tell you that you could have a video in which you are trying to, or a situation, a conversation in which you are speaking, or a person is talking about a lighthearted situation, but you see in these layers of emotions something that is off, and especially a flash of something that was there, and you know that it was there, and for some reason they are trying to send this message to you, and it appears on their face, and this is something that you should learn how to spot. But I would like to know what you think about this in the comments. My body language buddies, my name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the body language guy. Much love and bliss.